I just want to be able to always put Israel's case across better, and the better informed I am, that's brilliant, and you can get better informed by staying at home and reading books and reading blogs and reading news sites and following it all. But to come here takes it to a whole new level. To have been to Abu Ghosh today and to have been in an Israeli Arab village, to have stood next to the security fence, means that when I'm discussing these issues with people in England, it's not a question of I've been there, you haven't been there, but I can bring the personal stories, the personal experiences, which are actually often more powerful than the endlessly rehashed arguments and statistics which people in these debates are already familiar with.
He had to see it for himself. English blogger Newkey-Burden saw the security fence separating Israel and the West Bank up close for the first time, as well as other hot topic landmarks, which he writes about in his pro-Israel blog, oivagoy.com. While standing near the border between southern Jerusalem and Bethlehem, Chaz learnt about the history and purpose of the security fence from political and military analyst Elliot Chodov.
That's the barrier. Okay? If you follow up over there, it becomes a concrete wall. Where does it become a concrete wall?
But when you actually say in a debate, be it online or I get involved in real life debates, over 90% of it is fence, not wall. I've stood by it has a big thing, and to say I stood, so close to where between two villages, one Palestinian, one Israeli, where if that fence didn't exist, it would take a matter of a few minutes for somebody to walk from one to another and blow himself up.
Chaz was one of 4 foreign bloggers whom Israel advocacy group StandWithUs brought to Israel on a 10-day visit. A long-time researcher of Israel with previous visits to the country, Chaz's blog aims at fixing what he considers to be misconceptions about Israel and the world, and especially England.
Although it's a very strong country in many ways, it's also very vulnerable in terms of delegitimization, and so I wanted to do my bit to change this. And for me, blogging is a good way because you can bypass any vested interests in the media and just get the story straight out there.
Unlike Chaz's politically oriented blog, Chinese blogger Jin-Yi writes about food, travel, and entertainment. She chronicled her visit in Israel through photographs worth 23,000 viewers.
I was writing when I on the flight, because I never met that such a kind of security check, and I just cannot wait when I got in Israel and write an article about the security check. So I was writing on the plane.
National security analyst Ryan Morrow maintains a blog about foreign affairs at worldthreats.com. The writer wanted to come to Israel to further research some of the issues, which he thinks should concern Americans and Israelis alike.
I talk about foreign affairs, which naturally is going to bring me to the Middle East and Israel. So I'm constantly out there trying to inform the world about what's going on in relation to national security, radical Islam, really all the things that Israel's been dealing with for a long time that we're only coming to experience more recently in the United States.
The free trip was organized by student volunteers for StandWithUs to encourage each blogger to use positive experiences in Israel as material for future blog posts. Benjamin Spear reporting for the Jerusalem Post.